everyone, and welcome to The New Norm with Selena Hill. In this episode, which is sponsored by UPS, you'll see the amazing conversation I had with Saturday Night Live cast members Kenan Thompson and Chris Redd about their new comedy sitcom series, Kenan, starring Kenan Thompson. Take a look. So Kenan, what was it like working on this series with members of your SNL family like Chris and SNL creator Lorne Michaels?
It was the best. I mean, working with my brother, man, it's like, and him playing my brother is crazy. It's almost like too easy. You know what I mean? Like, I feel kind of guilty because we having such a good time. It doesn't feel like work. The only thing that feels like work is the amount of hours we're putting in. But I mean, it's a real blessing, in my opinion, because we did the pilot and, you know, that was more just me by myself with like other, you know, actors and stuff like that. So to have my like, you know, super duper comfortable family members around me doing this project and trying to build it up together is, you know, it's definitely a blessing.
And Chris, for you, like, do you have a preference between doing sketch shows or scripted, and why?
I love scripted. I love single cam comedies. Like it's my favorite. But it's also the sketch. There's nothing like, it's the Super Bowl of sketch comedy is what SNL is like. So I love them both for different reasons. But I love the audience reactions. I love how challenging it is to get it built up in a week. And I love the switch, like on Monday, no matter how good or bad that week was, on Monday, you right back in it. Like there's just something beautiful about that challenge, and just stretching yourself. But there's also like with single cam, is like there's just a lot of fun in living in a character and building them and involving it, and just having the time to just really build a story and follow a narrative. I really like that. So I couldn't even choose. Yeah. I just know I love doing it, and I'm gonna keep doing it as long as I can.
You know, Chris, like speaking to you live in person, like all I hear is your Kanye impression. And I just want to know, how many times a week do you guys get asked to do these impressions? Because I feel like, you know, as an audience, we just fall in love with the characters you play and the impressions you do. So like, does it get tiring?
No, it doesn't get tiring. Only time it got tiring was this one time I was on the road and I was doing a show and I was killing. And I don't say that often unless I am. And then in the middle of a setup to another joke, somebody was like, "Do the Kanye." I'm like, "No, I don't want to do the Kanye. But do it though." And then somebody else like, "Yeah, man, just do the Kanye." And then like, I was like, "No, you're gonna be upset. I'm not doing it." And then it was just a Kanye off for like 2 minutes. But that was outside of that, man. It's just cool that they saw the show and they support the characters.
Do the Kanye.
Do the Kanye though, man. I do want that guy to pop up in my life like several times. Just like at the barbershop when that opens back up. Just hey, do the Kanye though.
Real quick.
No, I mean, Kenan, you as well. I mean, your characters are so epic on SNL, like everything from the Black Jeopardy host to Reverend Al Sharpton, and the characters that you actually made up. And even, you know, outside of that, you played Fat Albert. You've done so much. Do you think that sometimes people fall in love with your work and they don't really know who you are?
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm just private like that. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really put my personal business on super duper blast up until kind of now, like, you know, with the show coming out and there being like similarities as far as like me being a father and being married and stuff like that. But I'm not necessarily in a widow situation. So my wife was looking at me funny, like, "Yo, you trying to kill me or something?" But yeah, you know, my on-screen persona is much different from how I am in life. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people want to be just entertained, and I let them kind of just have that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the downer every time you have a chance to meet, you know, somebody that's a once in a lifetime type of thing. Like, I want it to be a good experience for them. You know what I'm saying? So I play along and stuff like that. But It does come from somewhere, you know what I mean? Like all that joy and, you know, that I put on screen, it's coming from me still, you know what I mean? It's just not as organic because it's kind of on demand, basically, because it's my job or whatever. But when it's organic, that's why I love working with Chris and, you know, good people like our cast, you know what I mean? We just have so much fun living in the moment. We laugh all day, even when we're doing, you know, really hard things like dancing in heavy ass boots. So, just get through it together, and I couldn't be happier to be in that kind of situation. Like it's cool to, like, you know, everybody's a professional and we all have careers before and after this and stuff like that, but it's cool to be able to feel like you can always depend on your fellow castmates.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you brought up the similarities between your life and your new show, Kenan, because as you said, you play a widowed father raising two daughters in a mixed family, which is, you know, definitely your situation now. How did it feel to play, you know, a character that is very similar to your real life, especially as a private person?
I mean, it feels a lot more comfortable, I think, just because you know, even in my privacy, I've been doing it for so long, like, you know, people pretty much know my life. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm out there super duper partying. They know I'm a parent and a husband, and then that's what it is. You know what I mean? And, you know, the similarities are able to be celebrated because now everybody's like, yeah, I'm grown. I got kids too. You know what I'm saying? And we can talk about those, like, yeah, my kids drop their diapers on my brand new sneakers too, you know, stuff like that. But as far as, you know, how it feels now versus where the pilot was, it feels like much more, you know, acceptable to people because they do know my personal life, you know what I'm saying? And they do kind of like recognize the energy I give off of SNL, and it should be a similar kind of energy. And that's where it is now, you know what I'm saying? So I'm really excited to see what people think about it.
Yeah, yeah. And Chris, so like on the show, even though it's a comedy, it still deals with grieving. What role do you think comedy has and like its meaning it has during this time when we're all sort of like grieving because of COVID?
I think it's more important than ever. Comedy's always been a relief of grief for me and a lot of people. I think that's why people seek out comedy to laugh and that's why I got into comedy to like kind of work through things and so right now it's like there's so much heaviness that we need some things to help us get through it, some different perspectives to help us see things a little differently, or just some escapism. And I think we get a lot of that with the show. And I think comedy is a big help. We're not doctors, we ain't on the front lines, but we, you know what I'm saying, once you put the doctors up there and then some other actors, then we right there. You know what I'm saying? We just right there, like
and moms and working moms.
Yeah, we got we get
it made sense. Yeah.
But I think it's important to laugh, man. Like keep those endorphins going. We need it in these hard times, you know.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I agree. And, you know, speaking of laughing, Kenan, you've been making us laugh. You are the longest running castmate on SNL. And now you're juggling. Yes, congratulations. That's historic. And now you're juggling the Kenan show. You also have Bring the Funny. Is this a sign that you may be branching away from SNL because you're doing all these other projects now?
No, not necessarily. They're all still under the NBC umbrella, you know what I'm saying? So they can figure out where to put me on a daily basis, basically. But yeah, we in the pattern, you know, and Chris is in the pattern too. We going to SNL tonight, basically trying to get to New York and do the show tomorrow and then head back and get back here to shoot on Monday. Like it won't always be like that, but they're testing the waters to see how long it can be like that, or if I'm down to do it like that or whatever. And I feel like as long as I'm down and I'm not getting sick and, you know, my wife is happy and they're not like too much, you know, missing us or whatever and stuff like that, we can probably do both. And, you know, that's probably why I crept up on that record and I have it now or whatever, because I am of that mentality of like, hold on to a good job while you got it and then schedule everything else, you know, around that. You know what I'm saying? Like there is no other job like SNL. There's no other job where it's not a question that is coming back next season type stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like little things like that being a worker you cherish and, you know, you hold on tight to it. And I've been very blessed to be in that situation, but also not to be rubbing people the wrong way where they want me to leave. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, they definitely want you to leave. Don't go nowhere, damn it. Can I say that? I don't know.
No, you're good. You're good. Yeah. So I gotta ask you guys, do you ever just watch like the sketches back for a good laugh like I do all the time?
Oh yeah. I go down YouTube rabbit holes all the time.
Yeah, most definitely. I watch the throwback joints all the time. I watch our shows because it's like like I'll wait a couple of weeks, or if it's just something that had me laughing all week, I'll watch. Or if we're like it's like a music video week, I don't get to see a whole lot of stuff because we're working on that. So I'll go back and see what everybody else had put up and just enjoy it from a standpoint where it's not like at work. You know what I'm saying? You get to sit back and enjoy it like somebody else would. It's one of my favorite things to do is like sit back and like see how the sketch looks on the TV at home. You know what I mean? Like, which was kind of cool about the SNL at home episodes. Hope we don't ever have to do those again. But
was it hard or awkward or?
It was hard. It was a great distraction for sure from everything that was going on at that time, and it was glad we were happy to do it for the people, you know what I mean? But it sucked a little bit.
Hold on, you talking about the episode sucked or filming it?
Filming it.
Okay, filming it. Okay.
Yeah. Filming it sucked because you got to be everything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shout out to crew of every department who be holding us down. Because it's hard being your light guy and your sound guy and the actor and your caterer, which I was a terrible caterer. I was not feeding myself. It was
terrible caterer.
There's a lot going on, man. A lot of balls being dropped. So.
Do you guys ever read the comments, or you stay like you don't read the comments on YouTube? Do you see what people say?
Yeah, you take a few glances, but you always read it right around the 7th comment. It's like, all right, I knew something was coming. That was too sharp or whatever, getting too close to home. But I mean, I started to like watch the show and read about, you know, what critics are saying the next day and stuff like that, just to kind of stay in the conversation. Because people used to run up to me in my earlier years and be like, oh, I love that thing that you did. And I would have no idea what they're talking about because, you know, it's so many sketches or so many shows or whatever. And if I was only a small part in something and I hadn't watched the show, I don't really know what they're talking about because I can't really remember it all like that because everything's happening so fast. So I started, you know, embracing the fact that I need to watch the show and like embrace like everything that's happening in real time along with people so I can enjoy it the same way that they are.
Yeah, and I look at the comments and articles because I'm nosy and I'm a little bit petty. And I read the comments. I like to roast people.
So you respond back?
I be roasting sometimes. I had to curve it because I got busy, and then people like, you know, some people have all day to roast in the comment section. But I think I like to engage folks a little bit sometimes on it. It's just cool to see how it hits people, you know, whether good or bad. Because I already know how I feel about the work, so it's just it's fun to see, but you know, with moderation, like anything on the internet.
Yeah, no, they're so good. They're so good. So just to bring it back to the new show that you guys have, what message do you guys want the audience to really walk away from, or what feeling do you want them to have?
I mean, feeling wise is joy. I want that, like, you know, everybody around the TV gather up, let's watch our favorite thing, you know what I mean? From like all the epic sitcoms up until this point, we want to, you know, carve our little lane in that basically, if we can, you know, like as far as, you know, the belovedness of the show, like that's our show. I ain't gonna miss that show no matter what. I'm tuning. What's today? Is it Monday? It's not Tuesday. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want people to feel like that. And you know, I think we out here doing good work that'll make them want to tune in on a weekly basis just to see if they can catch a moment that is really going to tickle them, you know, almost to death. Not to death, but almost.
Almost. Close. I want, everything he just said about, I want them to be invested. Yeah, invested in the characters. I want them to be curious about where we're going next. I want them to want to see us in different situations. You know what I mean? I just want them to be like just want to tune in, want to laugh. Yeah, that's what I want the most.
Absolutely. Well, I'm sure we will all feel those feelings of joy watching the new Kenan show. And, good luck with, shooting the next season of SNL. Like, I don't know what I have to do, but like, can I come and like be an audience member?
Yeah, we figure that out for you.
Oh, come on
really?
now.
Don't say that, because I will like pass out of fate.
We got new ways of figuring that out. So they gonna figure that we put that in the suggestion box, you know what I'm saying? Tell Lauren,
you know what I'm saying?
Give these suggestions, Lauren, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just stay bubbled up, you know what I mean? Stay not sick.
With the mask.
That's
right. Yeah. Mask up and all that.
I'll get tested and everything.
We got you. Don't even trip.
Okay, I would definitely circle back. I don't know how, but
don't even trip. We got you.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Good luck with everything.
Thank you.